place. Okay. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Okay, so welcome back. We got game number 2 here. Orange versus TYTG. This is the winner moves on to the group stages of the SoundBlaster Heroes League here on Honcast. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you've been entertained. Hopefully you've been enjoying watching the Southeast Asian scene here. Not too often we get the chance to cover them here on Honcast, but this SoundBlaster Heroes League giving us the opportunity to do so. So, once again, big shout out to SoundBlaster Heroes League with that said. SoundBlaster Heroes League. But yeah, the point I was making going into this game again, it was an old pick game, obviously a remake, so unfortunately not exactly sure how it played out with the Captain's Pick stage, but you look at these lineups and it's like, it screams Orange Esports. I mean, having perhaps the better lineup. But I will say, I love what I'm seeing over here on TYTG. Talk about a fun lineup. You got a mix of heroes like Vindicator, who is going to be playing in that carry role, looks like, in the short lane. That should be fun. You got Gauntlet picked up here as well by our Hellborn team. So, going to be going middle here, it looks like. Overall, the lineup, they are going to be running a Jungle Keeper. Where is Keeper, actually? He's in the base still. Okay. They are going to be running a Jungle Keeper with a Suicide Hack. So, again, the lane is just, it's just all sorts of awkwardness. The lane is just all sorts of awkward here from our Hellborn team. You got Vindicator and Engineer top. You got your Gauntlet, solo mid, which is fine, and Wretched Aggie in the Suicide role. Not usually what you want to be doing, but that's what they're doing here on the Keeper of the Forest in the jungle. Again, it's a case of certain heroes being in places where they can do just fine, but it's not the preferred place to be in the end. Top lane, Lodestone, I am sure not going to have the best time. Good box out here by Engineer, although I see right here Engineer now turning around. Vindicator, though, I'm excited to see this Vindicator here this game, that's for sure. We get to see Vindicator, and ideally, the power of a Vindicator, what he can do. Again, the third ability, the Glyph of Silence, got changed. I don't know if we've seen him since that got changed to back what it kind of used to be in the past. Obviously, it's a little different now. You put down the ward instead, which I guess even moves around very slowly, but it moves very slowly, and it can also be destroyed, so another thing to keep in mind, but I think that definitely fits the hero that a little bit better. And on top of that, it's also a passive bonus of attack speed. So, change item, no same item. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, well, I know what that means. That means Bloodlust. Wretched Hag on the side shop right there. He got even pulled to regen, as you can see, but Orange Esports, next level tactics there, getting them to talk and distracting them almost. No. You see right there, though, with the Tree Eaters. So the double getting stacked the regen, but right there didn't save him, obviously. Top lane Keeper, not going to be ganking anytime soon, just continuing to farm there. Bottle delivered a Flux here. How is the Flux matchup going in the middle? 11-4 compared to an 11-2 Gauntlet, actually. Another thing I always like to bring up about Gauntlet is to keep in mind, with his ultimate, it is a purging effect as well. Now, against this Legion team, I don't think that's going to be the biggest steal in the world, necessarily. In fact, I'm looking across the board, and yeah, it's nothing that crazy, but it is also just a nice AoE stun as well as some good damage, so... Purging effects sometimes can come into extra play, but again, against this lineup, it's not necessarily the biggest deal having that. I am excited to see Vindicator, and, you know, Tempest is going to have a hell of a time. With that said, I kind of think it's might not even be worth getting the Shrunken Head. I mean, you got Keeper Root, you got Gauntlet Ultimate, is that... The stun is superior, right? It does go through Shrunken, if I'm not mistaken. Chat, help me out here. I'm sure I'll have a lot of yeses and nos, so it probably won't matter in the end, but... I want to say it does. Well, it doesn't purge it, but it stops it. It stuns, I assume. Still. It's obviously not a hero we see too often. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So yeah, you got that, you got Keeper of the Forest, you got Vindicator. You're not getting a good Tempest Ultimate off here. To say the least, so. Maybe just going more of a tablet, you know, just support build with the Astrolabe, bring a sorcery, things like that might just be more beneficial in the end. Wretched Hag gets caught there in the at the bottom rune area. Just going for the 4-minute rune perhaps, but also got collapsed on Tempest, joins the Luna, and they take her out. Yeah, didn't think it would purge Shrunken Head by any means, but stuns definitely makes sense. But yeah, that's going to be something to keep an eye on. Also, Draconis, again, we saw that they picked up Draconis the first game, worked out very well, and it seemed like he went more of that natural build. Like I said, I was curious to see with the introduction of Lightbrand. We haven't seen really Draconis since then. Maybe switching it up with that Searing Light style, but no, he does go the Life Tube once again here, so probably going to be the Millstone yet again first. We'll see if it also happens to be the Energizer once again or not. But, oh, bottom lane, Wretched Hag goes down. How was she not able to blink right there? I gotta actually see that real quickly. She just simply... Oh, she just blinked, I guess, yeah? Draconis took advantage of her just blinking right there. Sure enough, gets the kill. That kill did not happen twice. That was a replay right there. Yeah, Vindicator's ultimate, it will, as long as, if you use the Shrunken Head, you can use the Shrunken Head to take off the silence. But if you have the Shrunken Head up already, it will silence you through it, so... That's the deal with, that's why it's another reason why it's good against the Tempest ultimate. Middle lane, Gauntlet and Flux going at it. Flux looks like he's boxing him out in the end and gonna get Gauntlet to fall back. What's going on up here? Oh, Glowstone got away. That's what's happening. Vindicator, how are you doing, buddy? Vindicator, 320 gold per minute. It's pretty good. It's getting a little bit, looks like it's a little smaller because of Draconis' success so far. Obviously the kill, the assist, the laning phase in general, how his creep farm's looking very dominant, and now a possible tower kill. You see Wretched Hag nearby, but if you're Wretched Hag here, again, it's a replay, but he does have Flash of Darkness, but you're not looking to deny with a Flash of Darkness right here, because that would mean absolute death. So easy tower push comes out, good timing from ORGE Esports, and they're already on. No, nice Tempest ultimate, locking out. No, but it gets stopped. What? He just stopped it. He just stopped it. Oops. I was looking for something stunned, but I didn't think anything stunned him. It was just simply Mr. Shuyu. I mean, that's a known player too, Southeast Asia. It's like I said, with ORGE Esports, we definitely recognize several players on this side. Shuyu's been to several DreamHacks, and he's definitely known as one of the better players over there. Even the best can make those mistakes. Oops. Well, that was a missed kill, but big picture, though, they're continuing to push. Look at this, though. The stun onto Draconis and takes out the Blazing Flight, and down he goes. So that is something you can purge. Showing right there, stuns him in place, takes him out. Now Tempest now in trouble. He's trying to run away. He actually buys the Bracer just before. Aluna trying to keep him alive. If anything, go for her. Nice pull it from Flux, actually. And it is going to buy enough for him. And holy crap, the turn kill. Mr. Ghosty picks up the turn kill. Can he get another one? No, he cannot. The power throw wouldn't have been enough damage, he felt. So doesn't even use it. He will snipe Pensioneer, who's running over from the river. But in the end, that's how it will end. Top tower does go down to the Hellborn's favor. Again, the tower was killed by ORGE there, so overall the big goal into their favor, even with that tower kill coming up for Turtle Gamers. Oh my god, Lowstone nearly died right there. Lowstone getting low. He goes back in, actually. Needs to be careful with another brain drain. Speaking of that, too, Vindicator now leveling up the Master's Incantation. There are a couple of benefits of that ability. One, it's obviously just gives you a better last hitting tool in the sense of hitting a little bit harder, but also it does not aggro the creep wave when you use Master's Incantation to hit the hero in the laning phase. So you can definitely see that as being good for that phase. I mean, in the end, though, Lowstone was getting boxed out pretty well, it seemed like, by Engineer. So, and he also figures, so wants to get that Glyph of Silence leveled up. Again, it still does have the attack speed aura, or the attack speed passive, I should say, not the aura. the attack speed passive, and so the higher you level up, it increases the amount of the duration it lasts. Okay, interesting, as well as the amount of time you silence for. But the duration is actually a pretty big increase, from 8 all the way up to 20 seconds. I haven't seen the Vindicator in competitive play, at least. I don't believe, since the new Glyph of Silence, so I'm just making sure. exactly what it does. So Agent Zero is deciding to level it up here. You know, you look at comboing abilities here on this Legion side. That could hurt Draconis. I could see that hurting Draconis going into fights. If that glyph goes down, he runs in, maybe he does a Dragon Breath, thinking he can Blazing or Ultimate on top of that, but then he'll be silenced, so he can't do it right away. Things like that. Lodestone, it'll definitely hurt a little bit. A Luna could affect. Flux for sure it could affect quite a bit. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good Vindicator there. Speaking of Flux, actually, Gauntlet and Engineer collapse to pick up the kill on him, and they're setting up a kill at the top lane. This could be big here for the Hellborn team. This is going to be something that they need. Look at the glyph goes out. It is moving. It's moving slowly, but it is moving. The rockets are going to be used, but he can't TP because he's silenced right there. He is going to be silenced once again. He goes on that Tempest Ultimate. It's not going to catch Vindicator, though. He finishes him off with the auto attacks. He's staying alive. Well played right here by Eternal Gamers. And can Endkindler now get away? All 5 are collapsing on him right here. He's trying to make the getaway. In comes the Sono Scream. The auto attacks to follow. There is the Brain Drain. But I think Lodestone is ultimately going to make his getaway, as he will Homecoming Stone. But good collapse there by the Hellborn side. And again, gets the kill on a Tempest. Again, we saw right there the power of the glyph, perhaps. And good job by Vindicator, you know, placing it before and then dragging it in slowly but surely. I assume the aura is pretty decent. Or the range of it, that is. What does it say on here? The range... 1,000 range, wow. That is pretty decent. I was thinking maybe something like 700-800, but 1,000 range even. Gauntlet gonna hook his teammate right there. Upkeep Engineer alive. Support coming in from Vindicator. He did use his ultimate there as well, by the way, the final chapter. Or was that from earlier? Wait, that was from earlier, wasn't it? That must have been from earlier, because yeah, there's no way it's that little cooldown remaining if it was used last fight. That must have been from earlier, I just didn't notice. Oops. Anywho, we do see Vindicator going back to the top lane. But yeah, speaking of Lodestone, we saw right there that first. So his rocket drill really gets screwed up by it. He goes to rocket drill and he can't combo it if he's in range of that silence for up. It'll be at 2.5 seconds once it hits level 3. Yeah, so 2.5 seconds he'll be silenced. Alchemist Bones, Keeper of the Forest. Jeppins? What? That's interesting. I don't even know what to think of it. Why on earth would you go Alchemist Bones Keeper here? If anything, I would say it on Vindicator, but even that would be a little odd. Alright, going the carry keeper here, apparently. Gauntlet Blast going to be coming out. Hits Flux right there. Takes off the region as well. Stun comes out. Wretched Act jumping in. Sono Scream. Not enough damage, though, just yet. Nice job with the turret. The Bat Blast completely whiffs. It doesn't matter, but here comes the response. Shadowstorm, the big initiation. Down goes Gauntlet and Hags. The Shadowstorm not even necessary in the end, so it ends up being a 2-for-1. Probably not worth it if you're the Hellborn side. And actually, Flux did buy back right there. And he wants to join his team and push it back out right here, so... Yeah, I'm still a little baffled by that Alchemist Bones pickup, but that is, I think it's safe to say I don't like it. I think it's a silly choice. I mean, you spent 1,900 gold on an item to farm more on Keeper of the Forest. Like, again, it's one of those items like, look what's happening now, though. This game is not going to be a game that's going to take forever to get going. It's already going here. So at this rate, he could have already had an Astrolabe or even a Ring of Sorcery. With the Alchemist Bones, though, we'll see, man. We'll see if that ends up paying off or not. But if this pace keeps up, that's going to prove to be a very, very silly pickup in the end. But we do see Orange Esports there, still pushing. Tower's going to end up falling. It looks like they do want to fight. Hook's going to miss right there. Lodestone goes in. No ultimate yet for Draconis. He's going to be locked down with the root. Gets killed. The Tempest ultimate on top of Flux, though. But do they have the damage? Is the question. It doesn't look like it. They're going to all stay alive there in the end. And now the Hellborn team fighting back strong. Final chapter was already used. Lodestone goes down. Luna now trying to get away as well as Flux. Flux on the uphill right there. Flux gets pulled in by the hook. And Flux will fall. What a fight by the Hellborn team. Wow, I mean, the Tempest Flux combo right there, that was beautiful. That was the Wombo combo that Orange Esports was looking for with those two heroes. But Draconis was dead. He was dead without Draconis, without him spamming the damage with a Cataclysmic Assault. It's not as effective as we saw right there. Wow. Big fight for TYTG. They hold strong. And again, I mean, Final Chapter was used earlier. Final Chapter, I believe, was used in this first middle engagement, so they didn't even have the ultimate from Vindicator in that major fight right there. The fact that they still won it like they did, that's pretty impressive. Keeper of the Forest had a big root come out to question his item build. Hey, he had a big root right there. And actually, he already does have Steam Boots and Ring of the Sorcery. He is farming 318 gold per minute. Look who's taking over the top farm, 426 GPM. And you do kind of look back at Orange Esports a little bit. I mean, there was one thing to push that first tower. They chose to keep it going. Now, they did have all their ultimates up, so it's understandable why, but in the end, Hellborn team held. And that could have been time spent, Draconis getting even further ahead. Now, they are going to do some triple stack ancients, and this is definitely where Draconis shines. Yeah, the tablet pickup by Vindicator, also a big pickup too, and actually there you go with the Arcana pickup. I assume that's going to be a Hellflower. So Hellflower, not a popular item that we see nowadays in competitive Fawn, but Vindicator is one of those heroes where it seems like it's still great on him, mainly because he is still a right-click intellect carry. And the Hellflower in general is great for that kind of build. You just see Gauntlet right there trying to get a hook, but not going to land. What? I know Dragon didn't have ulti. I said that. Never mind. Why do I even look at chat sometimes? Sometimes. But yeah, Vindicator going to be going the Hellflower here, it looks like. Not only will it be that great effect for using on these opponents, but just the item itself, as far as the damage, as far as the attack speed, going to be big for him. He is building up into that Master's Incantation now, of course. So he's going to have level 4 of that now. Tempest, again, I said it earlier, it's the idea of going to Shrunken Head here. Doesn't seem like it'd be useful. I'll even the Portal Key. I kind of like how he's building so far. We'll see how Shuyu continues, but he has the Astrolabe, the Ring of Sorcery. Pretty much the norm anyways. It's going to be what he goes for next is the question. Like I was saying earlier, something like the tablet, into even something like a Sheepstick. I mean, I just don't know if a Shrunken Head is ultimately going to be doing the most for you this game. Look at Draconis. That Nullstone is coming along. He does have the Cataclysmic Assault now. He's level 11. Only has a 1 level in it so far. We'll probably get the next level, of course, at level 12 here. Vindicator playing it safe. Gets back, and that was a good timing because he was definitely being collapsed on right there. Okay, I'm sorry. Huh. Already has a 2 Arcanas here. Third one is coming along nicely. 421 gold per minute. So Portal Key coming along for Lowstone. Ooh, just about there. Nope, he does have it. I was looking at Flux, actually. Flux actually is very close to his own Portal Key. And we saw the Flux earlier in the previous series, and we're talking about that. And we saw already this game how that with a big Tempest ultimate definitely line up nicely. All they need is the Dragon to be alive with that Cataclysmic Assault. Here we go, the initiation on to Tempest right here. The final chapter coming out as well. Tempest completely locked down. He's going to go for the TP. That is not going to happen, though. Tempest gets easily picked off. Now, a lot was used right there. I mean, 3 out of their 5 ultimates, and those are pretty big ultimates, especially the final chapter, were used right there. So that's, keep that in mind as far as that pick off. Gauntlet with this Portal Key, by the way. He also has a double damager in here. See if you can make use of that. Flux is trying to get some attention drawn here. Pushing out the middle lane. I mean, right now with Tempest dead, if you're the Legion team though, you're looking to fight on. I mean, again, with the ultimates being down, the final chapter, the root still being down, and energy field still down for a good 30 seconds, you're definitely looking to fight. So this is a very risky push right here. Here we go. Shadow Storm goes off. The blink though for Wretched Hag. She is going to survive. Backblast's coming out of the background. Lowstone dropping. Lowstone will go down, but down goes Keeper the Force at what cost though? Draconis going to fall to the hands of Vindicator. And now Wretched Hag trying to run away right here. In the meantime, Tempest goes on a Vindicator. Tempest does have an ultimate. He does have an ultimate, but he can't get a range now. You got centered a little bit. The tablet away from Vindicator, and he's going to be fine. Even with an ultimate, might not have been enough, but it looks like Vindicator does escape with his life right there. So, Gauntlet in the middle lane in the meantime. But 3 players die there for the Legion side. I mean, that was definitely a good place to fight, honestly, but I guess Orange just simply not there altogether. Flux even used his ulti. Orange not able to capitalize, though. Portal key on Keeper, by the way. Alchemist Bones coming in handy there. 345 gold per minute. Hellflower and Vindicator. And he is looking dangerous, man. And this is honestly looking like a scary game for Orange. You look at the draft, I mean, you look at Orange, how well they dominated really in the first game, the favorites coming in. It seems like things were adding up to be, well, let's be honest, a pretty easy victory once again for Orange Esports. Turtle Gamers, though, say nope. That ain't going to be the case. Now, one fight in the middle lane way up here at the secondary tower. Orange decided to keep pushing. That's really what's kind of changed things a little bit. Now, again, there is the Draconis factor, the Dragon factor here. He does have the Nullstone finished. And last game, he didn't go the Shrunken. I kind of wonder if this game, it's going to be a different story or not. Again, it goes back to, there's still a lot that can happen, even if you have the Shrunken Head. But it's just necessary, right? I don't think you could pass that up. I think we're going to see more of that usual build. And then even after that, I would have believed that the Geometer's Bane after the Shrunken Head instead of the Savage Mace. Just another way to get out of the Keeper route. Another way to get rid of debuffs. I think that's where you're going here. If you're Rin Flow playing the Draconis. Mighty Blade picked up by Shuyu, so it seems like Tempest could very likely be going for the Geometer's Bane, or yeah, Mighty Blade into Geometer's Bane for the Shrunken Head here. That's actually, yeah, that is a good point too. The Nullstone, again, it's just a natural build on Draconis anyway. It's just mainly for the regen. It is just great against stopping the single target abilities. And speaking of that, Vindicator's ultimate is that single target. It will be affected by the Nullstone. So going into a fight, if he still has that up, nothing else is able to take it off at that point, then that will take away the silence effectiveness from Vindicator. And I mean, you look at this Hellborn team actually. Now that I'm really looking at it, I mean, what do they got? They have the ultimate from Gauntlet. They have the Haunt here from Wretched Hag, and then they got Vindicator ultimate as well. So the Nullstone actually even more of a powerful pickup when you look at it. And it does stop it stops Hellfire as well. Exactly, it stops the items on top of that. So there's always the items to keep in mind too, every single game, no matter the heroes, obviously. So, yeah, that Nullstone pickup again. It's more of just a natural pickup for Draconis, so you don't really think too much of it. But this game, it's actually even a little bit better than other games, perhaps, when you do look at the big picture there. So, that is good to see, or good for Draconis even. Again, I still think we're gonna see the Mighty Blade, the Shrunken Head eventual pickup to follow, but Energizer picked up by Luna, by the way, managing to farm up the gold for Steam Boost Energizer's Mr. Ghosty, playing that main support Luna. It's actually slightly better than Lowstone here as far as his farm, who has his Porter Key in level 11, so I mean he's doing his job in that sense for his team. I think Orange Esports right now, they're definitely in that state of, we need to get Pharma Draconis, we need to get the Shrunken, and then whatever that third item is going to be, whether it's the Geometer's Bane or the Savage Mace. Again, I'm thinking the Geometer's Bane, mainly for the defensive capability, but Savage Maze at the same time. That's just raw damage. That's powerful with that Cataclysmic Assault. So we'll see what he goes for. But he's also getting close to level 16. Another very important part about him. Speaking of that, Vindicator also close to level 16, and that means that ultimate of his is going to be 1 second longer. Push back here in the middle lane. They're trying to save a Luna. Not going to happen though. The Luna got collapsed on. The portal keys coming into play, I'm sure. Looks like Gauntlet and Keeper of the Forest both. Well, at least Gauntlet used his portal key there. Set up an easy kill as well as the Gauntlet blast. Top lane. Vindicator gets caught though. That's a big pick by the Legion team. Surprise! Vindicator, surprise indeed. Happens to be pushing the top lane by himself right there. Gets picked off. Keeper of the Forest trying to distract in the middle lane at least. Not going to happen though. Vulnerability comes out. Looks like they're going to be able to deny this. And actually, they're going to chase Keeper of the Forest. Oh, he's going to be fine. Keeper of the Forest is going to be fine at the end. They will deny the tower though. Big pickoff though once again onto Vindicator. We'll see if they can make anything out of this in terms of pushing towers and whatnot. They're going to do the Ancients, it looks like, and that's at least good enough. Just more time to farm for Draconis. That's still a win. You don't necessarily need to be pushing the towers in. Just getting the farm on Draconis. Out farming the Vindicator in the end can definitely win you the game here. Holy crap! Alchemist Bone's doing work. Does he have a full Resto Stone? He is farming 380 gold per minute. Okay, there's nothing on the courier yet, so I wonder if that was just a premature recipe buy. Seems like it might have been. There's the Shrunken Head on Draconis. And again, I believe it is going to be on Tempest too. I think I saw him purchase the Warhammer, so... Like I said earlier, I don't know. I just feel like that's not... It still mitigates some damage here, and... I don't know. Yeah, I was just double checking on that, but Vindicator's W is the true damage, so doesn't do anything against that, obviously. We'll stop Wretched Hag's burst. But as far as getting a good Tempest ultimate off, just because you have a Shrunken Head now, that's just not happening. That's just not happening here. Against Vindicator, against Gauntlet, against Keeper, who apparently is going to have a very quick Restoration Stone. Again, he still doesn't have it on him. There's nothing on the courier. I saw him purchase the recipe, at least. And just trolling us, I guess. There's a barrier idol purchase by Gauntlet. Like seeing that. He's being the team player there. It's kind of funny. You'd maybe expect it on Keeper, if anything, but hey, Keeper is now allowed to just get the even quicker Restoration Stone here. And I don't think they're lacking damage here on the Hellborn team by any means, especially with Gauntlet almost being level 16. They got Vindicator farmed up. Wretched Hag, can't forget about her. Actually goes to Blessed Orb first. That's something we haven't talked about yet. But going the Blessed Orb. So, not going to be going the Lightbrand into Grimoire. They got Vindicator putting out plenty of damage. They feel he's going to be their carry threat. They're going to go for a Wretched Hag, more of that crowd control, more of the CC. Going to be building a Sheepstick here. And, you know, I like that. I do. I think Sheepstick could be very important for this team, and it's not like they need another hard right-click carry by any means either. There's the Shrunken on Tempest. Seems like this game has definitely evolved into that farming state, and that goes back to this. Seems like it might be favoring Orange a little bit. I don't know if I mean I guess they're waiting for a couple big items, and I think it's safe to say the Restoration Stone on Keeper is really the biggest one they're probably waiting for. Maybe that and the Sheepstick is basically what they're saying here. But I wonder if they're maybe taking a little bit too much time, because Draconis is getting closer and closer now to that third item, still whatever that may be. Or the Savage Maze, I think, are the only options. I don't see him going anything else here. Not that that's a stretch by any means, but just because that's the norm, if anything. There's a good reason for that. So he bought the recipe. Why does he not at least have an Arcana on him? This is, again, one of those pet peeves of mine. He has an open inventory slot, so it's not like it would be taking up a slot that he doesn't have. at least get the Arcana to help increase your farm while you're trying to farm it. Or even the Blessed Orb, I mean. Ay. Or wow, Sustainer, not Blessed Orb, duh. For some reason I thought it was Blessed Orb. Gauntlet! Oh, he grapples away, but he got caught before. Draconis and Tempest collapse on him. No portal key needed right there. They just got him caught out. Meanwhile, in the middle of the lane, Bad Blast comes out, but Wretched Egg already picked off. Flux and Luna in some trouble, though. Root's going to be used right here. Flux going to end up going down. Luna, will she be able to survive? Oh, look at Lowstone. He is lining up. He wants a big ultimate. He's going to get a big ultimate. That's a huge stop right there. He stops the TP on Engineer, and now Keeper the Force also in a lot of trouble right here. Yep, he's going to fall as well. Serial killer streak for Shuyu, apparently. So the middle lane also turns around completely in favor of the Legion team. 4 players are dead. Vindicator, who used that final chapter, but he was not there in the middle lane. He was, if anything, at the bottom lane, trying to push back Orange Esports from the bottom push, and well, we saw the end result. So nice pickoffs there for Orange Esports. And again, TYTG, I think they've been waiting a little bit too long as far as them trying to make something happen here. Because now you have Draconis, he's most certainly going to have that next tier of item at this rate. See right here, cleaning up the opponent's triple stack Ancients. That's always nice. Ooh, and Hag actually goes into the Grimoire. I don't know. There's some funky choices being made here on the Hellborn side. Again, like I said, I think the Sheep Stick might have been the better route, but if you are going to go Grimoire, why? I don't know. I just feel like the Light Brand, you get the Light Brand first, enhance your farm on your way to the Grimoire. Just like we're talking about with Keeper, either get the Sustainer or the Arcana. Might as well to help your farm. I guess, well, the Arcana even more so. I mean, you're not really lacking on the mana regen. The Arcana just for increased attack speed, if anything, but does have the Grimoire now, but that goes back to how they aren't going to have as much crowd control on the Hellborn
takes
side.
down a Legion tower.
Because of that choice to go Grimoire, at least yet. I'm sure it could eventually evolve into something like that Sheepstick, but still even probably will end up going the Struck head first here now. Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, they already have the hard-hitting carry in Vindicator. He's taking care of business with that. Feel it's a little bit of overkill. And it's not like Sheepstick is a bad item in Hag. It doesn't allow him to hit hard as well later on. So yeah, anyways. Enough of that. Whispering Helm is the choice here. Interesting for Draconis. Whispering Helm. So figures they're getting enough damage with the wombo. So they're really banking on the wombo combos what it comes down to. I mean, and there's good reason for that. I mean, we saw it earlier. It almost worked out even with just Tempest and Flux alone. Looks like TYTG though, they found that mark. They do got a Restoration Stone on Keeper now. They got the Shrunken Head on Vindicator. The Grimoire finished on Wretched Hagen. She is close to level 16, so yeah, it seems like they were just waiting for this mark really to make that push. It's just unfortunate for their sake that they lost 4 heroes just prior to this. Definitely in helping to enhance the farm of Orange Esports. But here we go. Vindicator drops that Glyph of Silence just in case he gets jumped on right here. Lowstone, speaking of jumping. Oh, but again, he gets silenced, but it doesn't matter. Vindicator gets exploded on right there. Here comes the Cataclysm we saw for Dakotas. The second raid used immediately right there after the Circuit Ever Tempest. He is not Elemental Voided just yet, though. He still has that final chapter going to be coming out, but Dakota's doing so much damage. Look at the spread, though, from the Hellborn team. They're doing a really good job of spreading out. Nobody died just yet. I think Lowstone died, but he bought back. Flux coming in. There's the pull from Flux, but the Gauntlet Blast in the background. Tempest going to fall right there. Flux going to go down. And Turtle Gamers is holding this off for now. Vindicator gets caught on though, and Vindicator falls right there as Lowstone jumps onto him. Vindicator could not survive. The Hellborn team overstayed their welcome just a little too much there in the end. And Keeper of the Force also going to be going down. We do see Engineer and Gauntlet making their way out of there. What buybacks happened? It looks like we had Tempest and Lodestone ended up buying back throughout that fight. Vindicator bought back as well. Interesting. He bought back right here, figuring that they're going to counter push, and looks like he might be right. He just wants to get back to farming ASAP. But he is ready to go. Something else I noticed there, too, Flux actually wasn't able to use the Shark Head. That's unfortunate. But anyways, his team comes out on top. They're going to push down this middle lane. And this could be an easy tower kill. Ultimates are down really on both sides. Well, not so much actually. There's the Shadow Storm, the Cataclysmic Assault. Tempest ultimate is still there. And actually, there's no way to stop it at this point for the Hellborn team, so this could be big. Luna does get picked off. Gauntlet, though, he's still going to chase Vindicator, still pinning at those right clicks. But here we go. There's the Tempest ultimate. Here's the Cataclysmic Assault, and that's what they're waiting for. Will it be enough? Down goes one, an Engineer. Will they get a second one? Yes, they will. The follow from Lowstone. Down goes Vindicator. And now Gauntlet, he's able to portal key away at least. Wretched also in the background gets away. But again, there's a little bit of an idea right there of just the power of that combination. So they make the ultimate synergy work. And now we see, they're overstaying the boundaries, though. If you're ORGE Sports, this is a little risky. They are going to hold their ground, though. Wretched getting first. Flux pulls him in just in case. And Wretched will fall right there. Gauntlet in the background. Gauntlet also. No, it's not enough. Oh, man. The final auto attack. The root comes out from Keeper of the Forest right there. And now this tower's going to fall, though. The Rack's definitely next in line. ORGE Sports pushing in strong. Pushing in strong, looking to pick up the Melee Rax. Nice Gauntlet hook right there on the Lodestone. But the Melee Rax is going to fall in the end, so thought ORGE Sports might have been overstaying their welcome a little bit right there, but no, they were not. They knew exactly what they were doing, and it pays off. We see Turtle Gamers now. Final chapter is going to be up right here. Vindicator's up in 15 seconds. So it seems like their ultimates are actually coming up. The Restoration Stone going to be up in 20. Nice sidestep to avoid the Gauntlet right there. So this is where Orange, maybe they want to think about falling back now. They still have Cataclysmic Assault. It's going to a very short cooldown right there. Engineer being caught on Shark Head. There's the Golden Dragon. The Cataclysmic Assault hitting all over the place. Engineer's going to end up falling in the background, though. Gauntlet got back. Shadow Storm connected on a couple. But the final chapter used after that, that was a very odd final chapter right there. It didn't really seem like it was going to do a whole lot in the end. So that's a big cooldown used for not much. Gauntlet now going back in. This fight is still happening. Shiryu going to use the Shark Head, though. He's going to be fine. They made their Rax dropping. Can ORGE at least finish that off? Draconis wants it. Cataclysmic Assault not up just yet once again. As Wretched will be forced to blink away. Flux ultimate is ready, but down goes the Melee Rax. There's the root coming out. The lockdown on the dragon. Will it be enough? Bat Blast comes out. Draconis, can he fly away? I don't think he's going to be able to. Oh, the talent forward. Yes, it looks like he might. The chase, though, the Sonar Scream. Wretched the auto attacks, and down goes Draconis. I think that's finally going to finish it. Aluna ports out. Holy crap. What a fight right there by both teams. Draconis holding his ground forever right there. Finally ends up falling. But yeah, you look at the big picture now as far as everything that happened. Now, I will say buybacks, I mean, nothing was really used there by TYTG. The only buyback that happened was going into all of that in the first place when ORGE Esports was first trying to push by Vindicator. So they didn't really have to use any of that. And you know, I mean, Vindicator is still on top. No, what am I saying? He's not still on top. Draconis is definitely well on top. But Vindicator is still farming very well. And actually, this could be a big ninja. Draconis has 7,000 gold, by the way. Holy crap. He is not buying back. 3,300 on Tempest. Neither one is buying back for this. They're going to give up Kongor. Don't know about that. Flux going to try to steal it. Can't Flux it. Oh, Flux steals it. He has the invis. He steals it. Oh, no. That's brutal. That's why they didn't buy back. They knew Flux was going to steal it. Oh, that is brutal for TYTG. Trying to pick up momentum themselves again after holding them off. Sure, they lost 2 sets of racks, but trying to come back. And all of a sudden, the token of life just disappears right in front of their eyes. Oh, that is rude. Shiryu, that is rude. How BM. I don't know if these guys' relationships are friendly or whatnot, but that is pretty BM right there. Oh, that hurts. That hurts if you're TYTG. That is for sure. Loso just walks right in, or Flux, excuse me, just walks right in with the Invis Rune, picks up the token, then walks right out. It does. I mean, there was no rev for it there by the Hellborn team. And if you're doing Kongor like that, even if you feel like you're going to be able to get it because there's 2 players dead,
takes down a Hellborn tower.
Kind of warding in general. I mean, if they had a rev for it, that probably would not have happened. So that is something you do look at right there. Savage Mace now finished on Draconis, by the way. He got up again. He was sitting on 7,000 gold. He gets up. He buys the Savage Mace. And the push is going to continue now. The item's obviously a lot bigger now for ORGE Esports. They're the ones with all the momentum in the world here. They got the middle and bottom tower kills. Now, again, this is not over, though. I mean, TYTG, you look at what they have going for them still. Vindicator's still hitting damn hard. He is still hitting damn hard. He's going to continue to hit hard. Going for Sheepstick. Looks like nice Talbot away. Going to be fine. Shrunken activated. Are they going to look to turn this? No, they're not. They're just holding off. Nothing really used right there in the end, other than a Shrunken on Vindicator, which definitely is a big deal. What? They didn't swap the token? What are people talking about? Still in flux. Trolls. Draconis. Oh, Draconis caught in front. Here comes Lowstone. But the silence. The final chapter's used. Draconis pushing up a little too far. He's going to go down. The Tempest ultimate. Lowstone falls. So no damage. Follow up. Shuyu's Tempest ultimate does absolutely nothing in the end. He goes down. Aluna goes down. And what was I just saying last game about ORGE Esports? Even in a much more one-sided game, they were still playing it very, very safe. They were playing it very safe, pushing into the tower, pushing into the base. They were not overextending. That ultimately got them the victory. What was that case? Probably victory anyways. This game is not over. There's still game left. They completely overextended right there. Vindicator was the biggest deal in the world. I mean, that not only did his aura come into play with the totem, but his ultimate, the Vindicator ultimate with a final chapter, it completely locked down any support coming in. Draconis and Lowstone found themselves completely overstepping their boundaries, and before you know it, ORGE Esports gets held off completely. I'm saying that a lot, but look at the leads now. 13,000 experience lead all of a sudden for a Hellborn team, and the gold lead, it's going to be identical here. Yeah, the tower goes down. We're basically at an even gold lead now. 41 minutes into this game. Again, the 2 racks advantage, sure, in favor of the Legion side, but the buyback situation, if anything, values the Hellborn team. And actually, once again, ORGE Esports completely overextending by themselves right here. Vindicator in the front lines. Flux is just going to get hit so hard. You see how much damage Vindicator's able to do, and that's without the Sheepstick finish. Draconis, what is Draconis thinking? He runs back in with the Cataclysmic Assault. Sure, he does a lot of damage, but he's by himself right here. He's trying to save his teammate. The portal key from Flux, but at what cost? Draconis goes down. Oh, this decision-making from ORGE, they're falling apart. Don't know what that was about. I mean, if you're Draconis there, you get that. Why they're even up there in the first place, I don't know. Yeah, I am losing my voice. I have been a little bit under the weather lately, in case you haven't realized yet, so I do apologize for that. I don't know, though. I mean, ORGE Esports, they're getting way too cocky here in this later game. They're getting way too cocky here in this later game, and it is TYTG using their power. And again, this is not over. We're seeing that. We're seeing that here. The Vindicator is continuing to hit even harder now. You have a Hellflower picked up on Wretched Hack, so answering that good. I thought it might have been the typical Shrunken Head follow-up, but no, goes the Hellflower. He, too, is looking to put out some good damage. I'm sure he has been. And look at the damage charts there. Draconis definitely needs to make a little bit smarter decisions here as far as this game continues. Post-Ace picked up on Shuyu. That's going to prove to be a big item pickup now as this game progresses here. Obviously, with where we're at. Man, I mean, you see the golden experience. You just joined in this game. You may think to yourself, okay, well, actually, the Hellborn team in the lead even. Obviously, the big difference, though, is their middle and bottom racks are pretty much destroyed. Obviously, there's still the range racks bottom, but melee one's the big one, and that's going to constantly keep the middle and bottom lanes pushed in their favor. ORGE Esports mitigated the resources. I'm sure the next Conqueror fight, as usual in games like this, is going to be the big deal. So for TYTG, it's really just play it safe for now. Keep those lanes pushed back and look for the pick opportunities. Try to get a couple of aggressive wards up, perhaps. Hell, the way the ORGE is playing, they'll come right to you, apparently. they'll fly right into you. Flux, by the way, going for Frostless Skull, most likely. Again, another decent item. Speaking of items and synergies of them with ultimates, his ultimate, being the global, if you have a Frostless Skull, it actually will affect everyone with the Frostless Skull effect when you use the discharge. gold, 2,700 on Draconis. Again, the buyback situation in favor of the Hellborn team. Granted, Vindicator does have the one buyback only himself, so that definitely hurts, but he's got the sheepstick finish now, man. I mean, he is hitting 280 plus the 60% of his intelligence. He has, what, 161 intelligence? Yeah. So 60% of that in true damage. Every single auto attack as well. We see right there. Well, that was a miss right there. I didn't catch the exact number, but it is hard. He is hitting hard, and he, I could see him. I mean, he definitely has at least one more inventory slot. I'd actually be really intrigued to see what he goes for. I would love to see something like a charged hammer. Just increase that attack speed like crazy and get some more good damage out. Probably not going to happen. But wouldn't that be sweet? I'm just going to go with something like that Rift Shards route here. Like Frostfield Plate, yeah, Frostfield Plate. It's definitely would be a pretty good pickup here for Vindicator at this point too. Increases his damage because of the intelligence. So I'm saying though, does he feel like he needs to be more of that right-click turret in the end now, or the way that Hag built? I guess that's where they do have that fallback now of he too is going to put out some decent damage as we continue to progress here. We're 45 minutes in. Soul's Bulwark now on Keeper. Did he sell the Alchemist Bones? He did, didn't he? So no longer has the Alchemist Bones. Still look back at that from the very beginning, just like, okay. 4,000 gold in Draconis. Symbol of Rage is pretty much the clear next. Unless he wants to go something like Rift Shards. Final inventory slot. Get the post haste on top of that. I think you get the Whispering Helm though. You get that to eventually build into the Symbol of Rage, so expect to see that next here on Rin Flow. I honestly am not sure how Harkon's works. I assume it does, because no, this is an attack, overrides attack modifier, so yeah, it does. It doesn't stack, yeah. Because yeah, Harkon's is an attack modifier, so yeah, Harkon's doesn't seem like it'd be the best choice. $2,700 gold on Gauntlet. He's a Blessed Orb himself, so maybe that Sheepstick's going to be coming. It's talked about that earlier on maybe a Wretched Hag, but ended up building the Grimoire instead, and then eventually the Hellflower. Getting Gauntlet, a Shrunken Head, or a Sheepstick will be nice though. Orange calming things down once again, realizing that this game by no means is over, and they don't want to overstep their boundaries. $5,200 gold on Draconis now. He's getting to that point where he will have enough for both the purchase as well as a buyback. Again, he only has the one buyback in the end, so no point to save it for a second one as well. Might as well get that symbol when you feel comfortable. Need to make sure he has around 2,000 gold would be a safe mark, I'm sure. Wretched Farm, you know, it seems like it's definitely gone up and up, but it still seems like it's actually struggling a bit. I mean, I think that just goes back to this team overall. It has a lot of heroes that are trying to get some farm here. Between the Gauntlet, especially the Vindicator still. Keeper's even been getting quite a bit. In fact, Keeper 394. So yeah, it's just not spreading out the best. Legion side a little bit better of a spread perhaps, but obviously a lot of it is on Draconis in the end. Is that a double damage? Yes, it is. Draconis is up here by himself though. This is so risky. There's no support nearby other than Lodestone. Why are you up here by yourself? Jeez. Very, very risky right there. He got caught. Could have been a dead Dargan. But he gets back just in time. Oh, that's true. Frostfield Plate was changed, wasn't it? That's a really good point, actually. Yeah, they changed it to instead of minus 20 attack speed, it's, or... I'll just pull it up real quickly. It's down here. Frostfield Plate rebalance at minus 25 attack speed instead is now at minus 20% attack speed. So it's percent based now instead of just straight up numbers, and that is huge for the later game. So, yeah, that's big. That is huge against Draconis especially. So yeah, I think Frostfield Plate, keeping that in mind, is the absolute pickup here. Yeah, that's good point, chat. Gotta give credit to chat for that one. We'll see if he agrees. He has 3,000 gold saved up currently. It's an R now. Wasn't it always an R? What do you mean it's an R now? It always was an R. Did he buy the symbol? I assume he did. Okay, that's been delivered. Nope. Whoa! You want Firebrand, actually. Interesting. Okay, so increasing the damage, armor, also getting the Geometer's Bane effect. Okay. So, still going to wait on the Symbol of Rage, it looks like. And I could see what it is a case. I can see where he's thinking. Obviously, you got Vindicator, you got Keeper of the Forest, several abilities that you want to be able to purge off, whether it's with the Shrunken or the Geometer's Bane, especially with the double root now. So most certainly can see where he's coming from with that. What did he build? Shroud! Wow. I don't know. I mean, you see how hard he hit right there. 418 coming out of the Shroud. I don't like it. I think the Frostfield Plate. Frostfield Plate seems like it would have been the very, very sound choice here. Although at the same time, I think they could use a Frostfield Plate. You know, with that said, I think they could use a Frostfield Plate either on Hag or Gauntlet even. I think that the Gauntlet going to Sheepstick, so that's fine. I think Hag actually should probably look to get the Frostfield Plate next, if anything. He did sell the tablet for the Shroud, though. Yeah, interesting. It's just so, I mean, the Genjiro is nice too in the end, but he's not, the fact that he's not able to take advantage of the agility as much as other heroes, obviously, that are agility focused, then that really hurts it, though. That really does hurt the maximizing of it. Yeah, Grimoire too. You could actually argue Grimoire definitely wouldn't have been a bad option. I think that would have been more of an early game item, if anything, but... 528. I mean, Vindicator is catching up slowly but surely to this Draconis. And yeah, I don't think ORGE Sports is doing anything wrong here by any means. Congo is up. He's been up for a little bit, I believe. And if anything, that's where they're going to go now. So yeah, exactly. Just draw them out here. Draw out the Hellborn team. Don't necessarily commit to Kongor. Just get TYTG to come out. If they don't, then kill Kongor. Double damage Draconis helps with this. Again, they are pulling them out right here. Ooh, deja vu. Rev goes down. Not gonna run though. And Orange will fall back. Not gonna push it here. They know that TYTG has that bottom and mid lane to constantly take care of. And are getting less resources out of it. Naturally, but I mean, even so, even with the situations right now, we still have the goal lead in favor of the Hellborn team. I mean, they're finding great ways to farm throughout this map. I mean, whether it's in their jungle or those bottom and middle lanes, that's where you can maybe fault Orange a little bit, not getting that aggressive vision up. I mean, you look at the vision right now; they got it around Congress somewhat as they were just attempting that, of course. But oh my God, look at Vindicator! He gets pulled away though by Flux. So the Hellflower on a Tempest, no amp damage anymore. Remember. That definitely hurt him his chances a little bit right there, but Tempest does get away. Big pull by Flux right there. If that wasn't for that pull, that was more than likely a dead Tempest. Congress still there. Gauntlet purchases the sheepstick. He has 1,000 gold saved up on top of that, but getting a Frostfield plate on Keeper wouldn't have been the bad option. I think he's going to probably finish the Demonic, though, if anything, but yeah, I don't know about that. I feel like if you're going to be this is one of those rare games where maybe Frostfield plate, especially with that change, might have been even favored over Demonic. That's tough to say, though. I mean, the Dragon is doing a lot of physical damage to you guys. And obviously the Demonic is more of a team buff, where you're giving his team a bunch of armor. But at the same time, minus 20 attack speed is also pretty good against Draconis, especially when he has that Cataclysmic Assault up. So yeah, obviously I can't do the math on the top of my head by any means, but I'd be curious to see, kind of doing the math, which would be more effective in this case, in this matchup here, the Frostfield or the Demonic Breastplate. I don't know. That would be a good question, actually. The Hellborn team actually going to quickly counterward in the Conqueror Pit, making sure that they don't get caught. So here we are, coming up to 55 minutes now. 25-21 lead in favor of TYTG. Obviously, both teams very passive here in this stage of the game. 5,700 gold on Flux. I think you have enough for your Frost of Skull. Sure, he'll purchase it here, and he only has the one buyback himself. He's going to finish off the Ancients. What did he buy? Demonic? Yeah, he did go the full Demonic in the end. So again, I would just be very curious to do the math, and not myself because I'm horrible at that, but somebody in this case of which would be better if you had to choose one, Demonic or Frostfield in this case, in this match here. Because it's not like their physical damage is necessarily getting massively increased. Granted, Vindicator could definitely use that. Genjiro actually finished by him, so let's have that now. He only has the one buyback, remember. That can come to play. Double damage on Draconis. He's got the Geometer's Bane, 4,400 more gold. Now it has to be Similar Rage, right? I don't think there's really another choice here. I guess he could go the Post Haste first if he really feels like he needs that before. Frost of Skull and Flux. 3,500 gold on Lodestone here. 4,600 on Tempest. He's got the Portal Key Shrunken. I feel like the Ring of the Teacher, I mean, they have another Ring of the Teacher. I guess they don't. So still definitely useful. I would argue, actually, yeah, the Ring of Sorcery might be worth selling at this point and getting something like that. Sheepstick yourself. Getting that big crowd control item. Something to think about for Shuyu. Yeah, it almost seems like Orange, they realized from earlier that this game was not won yet. They kind of threw themselves at TYTG. They got picked off not only once, but twice. And since then, they've been, okay, we need to play very, very safe now. And that's basically been the case. So TYTG, same thing for them, more understandably so for them. And again, the Golden Experience leads continue to remain in their favor. So they continue to have that going. It really is all the Dragon here on the Legion side. Granted, a lot of it is Vindicator on the Hellborn side too, but Tempest gets away before, yep. Vindicator was trying to find a chance there, but not able to get there in time. I mean, your Vindicator here, you're going to start pulling up a lot of gold once again. If this pace continues to keep up. I mean, Congress bid up for a good 8 at least, I think. I mean, so Orange, I'm not sure what they're waiting on ultimately. I guess just the next tier of items, even at this stage. Again, I guess they're the ones that are not looking to push the point. It is TYTG in the end. They're the ones where their bottom and middle continue to be pushed in. Draconis just sends the illusions in. Yeah, Wretched Hag sitting on a Pretender's crown at 7,500 gold. That's true. I honestly would like to see a Frostfield plate on her. I think Frostfield plate on Wretched Hag in this case would be the best choice. I mean, sure, you could argue Sheepstick, but they already have 2. They have a Hellflower on her. Is a 3rd Sheepstick that necessary over something that you don't have yet? A minus 20 attack speed aura. On top of a great on-use effect, on top of just an item that gives you more armor, on top of just even it's a little bit harder because of the intellect. So I think Frostfield play really is the best choice here for Hag. We'll see. 8,300 gold, he's buying something. Runs back to base here. Okay, he goes to Sheepstick. Again, it's hard to be against that. Oh, Vindicator. Oh, Vindicator. Vindicator getting very ballsy here. Supports their Tempest ultimate going to be used. They really want to make sure. Do they have the damage? That's the question. Shatterstorm's going to be used. He's going for the TP. They don't have another stun. No, it doesn't matter. The explosion comes down, and down he goes. I believe he would have gone away there if he wasn't cooked, because, yeah, the rocket drill, he had his shrunken head up, so they did not have another stun at that point, I don't believe. He almost got away right there, but just a little too much damage. And, you know, it's games like this where you're now an hour in and you haven't had action for a good 20 minutes, it feels like. You make the silly decision sometimes. That was a silly decision by Vindicator. He thought he had an opening, but the support was easily nearby. And he has already bought back. So his second buyback has been used. They're at the Conquer Pit. Now, yeah, a lot of ultimates were used. And in fact, here we go. Root's going to be coming out. Vindicator running back in. He used the final chapter right there. The second root, and not yet. It was used actually right off the bat. Energy field is down. Down goes Flux right there. Where's Draconis? Draconis is running through all of this. Lowstone falling. Lowstone goes down. And Vindicator's in this fight. They're going to still Conquer most likely. Lowstone and Flux, they do have a buyback. Will they use it? I mean, there's no Tempest ultimate. This is going to be a Conquer kill. So it goes from being Vindicator picked off to looking like a Conquer kill for Orange to all of a sudden a one fight for TYTG down. To a Conquer kill for them to a token of life on Vindicator. What? I don't know. Yeah, they didn't have ultimates. They didn't have Flux. They didn't have Shatterstorm. They didn't have, obviously, Elemental Void. That was not a fight that they were good to fight right there. And on top of that, the final chapter right off the bat with the Keeper Root. Big bait indeed, and actually good locked on a Tempest here. Tempest gets picked off between Hag and Gauntlet. So once again, the stats actually growing now in favor of TYTG here. Look at Vindicator. He has slowly but surely been creeping up in terms of GPM towards Draconis. And now he's all in. He has no more buybacks. That, again, could be the biggest difference maker here. But he just got delivered what? Post-haste? Yeah. Speaking of post-haste, Draconis chooses to go with the post-haste first. Again, I said that I guess it's the only possibility, and sure enough he does. He is really passing up to Similar Rage. Again, in this game where maybe your one fear is getting backdoored perhaps, so I use post-haste for that reason, but at this rate he's going to have it anyway, so it really doesn't matter. 6,200 gold on the dead Tempest. Again, that goes back to his build too. I really would like to see Shuyu sell that Ring of Sorcery here and buy a Sheepstick or something else. Hell, even a Frostfield play themselves. Why not? Why not get one yourselves? Not like this Vindicator slow down his attack speed. Also just a solid item. There is the Axe of the Mount. Nope, he sold it. He just wanted to see how much gold he would have had. Still has the one buyback again. Are we gonna see a game 3, ladies and gentlemen? Can TYTG pull the comeback? And what a comeback this would be! Let me tell you, this would be something. It just felt like this was gonna be another easy victory for Orange in the end, not only for the lineup, but especially, I mean, going to the big game, then pushing to the base finally. All of a sudden, though, the tides turned. TYTG, 63 minutes on. Yeah, I want to see a Frostfield play. Damn it! It just got a great buff. I want to see it. No, but generally, Hellborn team especially. I think the Hellborn team, there's no excuse. They really need a Frostfield play, and I think that Wretched Hag is a prime candidate. She's got the Sheepstick since then. I think now she can definitely finish the Frostfield play. Come on. Want to see it. Oh yeah, Restoration on a Tempest too obviously would be pretty big. Granted, again, I don't know if... Would that be better than a Sheepstick though in this case? This is a very difficult team to get one ultimate off. Let alone 2 for Tempest. Wonder what he is going to value here. He too has the 1 buyback, 6,600 gold. I think Draconis is now going to have the symbol. I saw him purchase the Axe and the Malphite, so... Another 4,800 gold on Flux, 4,800 on Lodestone. Holy crap. $31 more hundred gold on Vindicator. Remember, he is now out of buyback, so he's all in. There we go! Look at that. Swifty! Swifty on Wretched Hag. He comes through. Go win the Frostfield plate. Where is it? Oh, he has it. Okay. I was like, wait, where's it? That'll be delivered. He has a Frostfield plate. Let me just make sure this is after the pack. Yeah, 20% attack slow. Good. Alright, the game can finish now. We saw Frostfield play pick up. Again, that's big. Draconis is definitely going to be hindered by that. Speaking of Draconis, where the hell is your symbol? I saw you purchase the Axe and the Malphite. $6,800 now on Tempest. Look at how much gold is being pulled up here. They're already down 8,400 gold overall. And the fact that they're pulling up this much gold on top of that should also mean something. Yeah, again, just to clarify, they changed it from minus 25 attack, or minus 25 attack speed to minus 20% attack speed. So, obviously, especially in the later game stages, especially against a hero like Draconis, who has the steroid ability with his Cataclysmic Assault, it is very, very powerful, much more powerful against heroes like that, and just in general in the late game. Yeah, Vindy is basically neck and neck now with GPM here. Slowly but surely can't. Oh, look at this. TYG, yeah, they feel like they have an opening. They feel like they're the stronger team right now, and I can't blame them, honestly. They're pushing in. Restoration Stone. Nope, he sold it. There's the symbol. What will Tempest buy? What will Tempest buy? He's sitting on 7,000 gold. Lowson in some trouble right here. Lowson being caught up. Barbed Armor comes out. Look at how much return damage. Holy crap. That was nearly all return damage right there on a Vindicator. He needs to be careful about that. Draconis running up. Tower does fall. Again, Jiro's going to come out right there. There's the open Sheepstick on Lowstone once again. Draconis puts in an auto attack. Final chapter coming out. They want this pick, and they will get the pick. Lowstone does have a buyback, which uses right away. Made the racks. Here we go. Tempest. Oh, there's that Flux. Where's Tempest? He is stunned. He got rooted right off the bat. He doesn't have the Resto Stone. He sold it. Draconis Cataclysmic Assault doing so much damage. So the Barbed Armor's out. Vindicator needs to be sure not to attack him. He is not. He's going for Draconis. He wants to take him out. Now he's going for Lowstone. Draconis still alive though. Draconis barely alive. Oh, he will stay alive in the background. Flux jumps back in right here. Down goes Vindicator. He does not have a buyback. Engineer gets picked off. Gauntlet's going to grapple in. Will finish off Flux. Maybe, yes. Down goes Flux. But the Hellborn team, they lost Vindicator. Will this still be enough? Wretched Hag is still here. Look at the top end in the meantime. Look at Draconis. Holy crap, big Mind Trap right there. That could be interesting. Draconis still going to finish off the tower. The Mind Trap, that could be really interesting. Keeper of the Forest running in. Spawn some minions. The tower is going to fall in vulnerability. Coming out. Another TP coming in. They need to be careful right here. Tempest running into the Mind Trap. It's a trap, Tempest. It's a trap. Oh, he's going to stay alive, though. They go the other way. He stays alive. Keeper of the Forest in trouble. Tower falls. They're running back. A couple of the heroes did not have TPs. Down goes Keeper of the Forest. You see right here, Gauntlet and Hag did not have TPs. They're running all the way back, but the damage possibly already done. There's the Frostfield plate used. It doesn't matter, though. Wretched Hag goes down. The racks are going to fall. And that should do it for Orange Esports. They're 1 racks away from Mega Creeps here. And they make their way towards that. Vindicator not up for 15 more seconds. What a fight. I don't know what Shuyu was thinking right there. He did not buy a Resto Stone going into that fight. If he bought a Resto Stone going into that fight, the initial one got canceled. He could have Restoed using ulti right away after Flux pulled him in. And that would have been GG right there, honestly. So, almost throwing the game once again, honestly, man. But they do enough in the end. TYTG just is not strong enough. Mega Creeps come out. Lowstone may get picked off here. Again, Vindicator still showing off how much damage he can do. Whew. Buybacks, yeah, look at that buyback situation. Tempest, Flux, and Lodestone all using their final buyback right there. You got Wretched Hag and Gauntlet using one buyback themselves, but I don't expect him to concede here, especially after this game we've had. Is he going for Doombringer? Of course he is. Why not? Purchases the Slayer. We're going to see a Doombringer chance here by Vindicator. You go all in at this case, because, again, why not? You have nothing to lose at this point. What a game. Southeast Asian scene, man, I tell you, I only covered them today so far. I'm even more excited now to see them, especially in the group stages. More excited even especially now to see them eventually at the Han Tour Grand Finals. I mean, this scene has definitely grown quite a bit, and they're just an entertaining. Just the playstyle over there clearly is different. It's so much more aggressive, it feels like, in a lot of cases. This game, I guess, has been, it definitely went to that stalemate stage, so I guess it's kind of a bad example for this one, but the other games, they've been very action-packed. This one, too. I mean, earlier on, it definitely was very action-packed. It got to that null phase, though, as any game would. This is a best out of 3, so again, Orange wins here. They are going to the group stages, and another thing to note about Orange, although this isn't the same roster by any means, but I don't know if how many players would be the same, but the Orange Esports last time, they actually almost beat Stay Green in the round of 8, for those that may remember, of the SoundBlaster Heroes League Season 1. So, and obviously the Southeast Asian scene has definitely progressed a lot even since then. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. Orange Esports, a concede foot away from moving on to those group stages. Vindicator, he gets caught out, he gets pulled back in, and down goes Vindicator again, so no Jimmer going to be had. We do see right here, Creeper the Forest rooted them in place twice, but the damage has already been done. Oh, that was a bad choice. Void Talisman as he gets bat blasted. Oops, Tempest Ultimate. Again, it doesn't matter though. Vindicator's dead, that's so much of their damage they're missing out on. This is just it. GG well played's being called. Orange Esports will take the second game. And as a result, they will be moving on to the group stages as well as the finals here of the SoundBlaster Heroes League. So big congratulations to them. But damn, did they make it a little tougher on themselves than it needed to be.
Tough loss. And with that, the Legion wins.
TYTG, Turtle Gamers, all the credit to them in the world for definitely fighting as strong as they did, as long as they did there. But in the end, it wasn't to be. Orange Esports does take the second game and does take the series. So that is, there you go, back-to-back semifinal series, guys. First series won all 3 games. Second series, 2 games, but an epic second game right there to finish it off. What a way to finish it. And that is going to be doing it for coverage today. If you're on Oncast of the SoundBlaster Heroes League Southeast Asian region. Finishing off strong there again. Orange and who's the other team? Wow. DC Fabulous. They're going to be meeting up in the finals of their qualifier, but at that point they are playing for it's a light just. I mean, they are playing just 4 headsets, the SoundBlaster Evo headsets, but still some quality headsets. There's definitely still something to play for. And I believe Beef is actually planning to cover that tomorrow with Replaycast. As far as Honcast is concerned, we are going to be done for today, but we are going to be coming back tomorrow, of course, with the Ultimate Series. We're going to be finishing off coverage of that, both the semifinal matchup as well as the finals. And then this weekend, obviously, we're resuming coverage of Cycle 3 for Han Tour. And what was a crazy, crazy Cycle 3 opening weekend. Against Stay Green in the losers bracket. We got Team USA versus Lion Esports Club in the winter bracket finals. I mean, it's going to be a hell of a weekend ahead of us. It is, man, and I am looking forward to it. I hope that I get over this sickness going into the weekend because, you know, I don't care, though. No matter what I have, I'm going to be here to cast it because I want to watch some good Han, and no doubt there's going to be some good Han on the weekend. So definitely look forward to tomorrow, guys. Well, especially the weekend. Tomorrow, too, Ultimate Series Finals, so it should be fun. But the weekend is where the weekend is where it's going to be a blast. So definitely look forward to that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be wrapping things up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Congratulations both to Orange Esports as well as DC Fabulous. Once again, we're going to be wrapping things up here on Oncast. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Also, shout out to my personal stream, twitch.tv/BreakyCBK. Personal shout out. I know. I've been doing a lot more streaming. I just had a lot of fun with the 12-hour marathon stream. I played a lot of Han, a lot of in-houses and that. Do a lot of that, giveaways every now and then. And also, I played the Amnesia. Oh, boy, that was a blast. Not really. Game is scary as shit. Anyways, tune in tomorrow to Oncast.